Okay, let's share my screen. Let's do desktop. Okay. Yeah, it's always behind. Okay, what we've done, we have the website of one of our advertisers, and we thought like the conversion rate could be better. So we started a conversion rate optimization process, a CRO, and that's where we are now. We are in one of our programs that we use to measure everything. And I'm going to, because I'm making a case study for it on our website. So I thought let's put in a video. Maybe it explains it better than an image. So here we are. Let's take a look at the homepage first, because then we know what's happening here. This is the homepage that they had. So this is the original. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's also pretty new, but it did not really convert. We wanted to have like more conversions on these buttons, like these are these links to the sales pages of this model, the Kobana 1200, the Kobana 1500, and the Kobana off-road. So we want to have more traffic going to those sales pages and then hopefully convert them there. And of course, we wanted to rent because they also rent the website. They also rent out the Kobana if you're like doubting to buy one. And also, you can visit the showroom. But if you want to visit the showroom, click this button. Then you need to click this button. And then you need to wait a little bit for the plugin to land. And then here you can make an appointment to visit the showroom. So it was a little bit of cumbersome. At least that was like how we say in the Netherlands, met mijn boerenverstand, or with common sense. With common sense, I thought like, well, okay, this is cumbersome. I need to click 3 or 4 times to get where I want to be. So we did some testing up front. We looked at some of the qualitative data, and we looked at some of the quantitative data. So the quantitative data is like the numbers we have, like an GH4, for instance, in Google Analytics 4, and qualitative data is something like a heat map. Okay. We're not going to dive into that because that's a little bit too long for this video, but we're going to look at the report. What was it? This report, yeah. Okay, there is, if you look at this number, let me first explain. We did a split test. So we split it, all of the traffic. We got around 1,000 people where we tested it on, and we said like, around 500 people should go to the old homepage, and around 500 people should go to the new homepage. The homepage 2 is the new homepage, and the original is the old homepage. So it's around 500. It's around 500. Not really, but close enough. But even when the original had more visitors than the new variation, we see more conversions on the new variations. It's a small number here. It's like conversion rate of 1.92 and 2.65, which is not really astonishing, but there's an improvement here, even if we tested for a small time with roughly 1,000 visitors. If we go to the other things that we tracked, other conversions, for the sales pages, the 1,200, the 1,500, and the off-road, we see a major improvement. We see less than 1% going to 5% more or less, less than 1% going to 9% more or less than 2% going to 10% more or less. And if we dive a little bit deeper into it, here we can even see, well, that's interesting, but here we can even see like the improvement is even on this small number, it's an improvement of 38%, like on this small number. And on this big number from 154 to 929, we have like a 500% improvement. Here we have like a 800% improvement, and here we have even 1,000% improvement. coming from less than 0.5% to almost 5%. So I think this CRO test really worked out well. And what did we make different on the what's the difference? Well, this one I just showed you. It's not that like it's really in the top, so it's not that bad. I mean, like the conversion is really close. This one was a little bit cumbersome. I showed you with 3 or 4 clicks to get there. And if I want to know like what are the unique selling points of this caravan, and I click, for instance, on this one, I go to a different page, and I think this is one of the killers. I think. Because now I'm on a different page. If I want to do the conversion, I need to go back. And what happens most of the time, people don't go back. People are seeing something other that's also interesting, because they clicked on this one, get here, then they're gonna read this one, and then they go to the web shop, for instance. So keeping people on the same page, like you do on a landing page, that was basically the idea, and making the conversions simpler. So what we have done is this the Cubana? No, this is also, wait, let's do it like this. It's not even live yet, home to. So then if we go here, yeah. One thing that we made is like, I have like a picture, we want to replace this picture, but we want to have like a picture that sells the idea of going on adventure, instead of here a technical drawing, more or less, of the a cut takening, a cut drawing of the caravan. Here we have like, okay, it's an adventure to go. We sell the adventure, not the caravan. Conversion, well, this is the same buttons. They are also placed high up on the page, just after the fold. But here they convert much better. I think it is because we changed the technical images for real life images, giving people more of the idea of, okay, this could be me on holiday. Then these things, remember here you go to another page. If you click it here, it opens in a light box. So it's easy to click back and still convert. This form was not even here. The form was like going here and then going to the contact and then clicking something else again. Now it's like here in the middle. So people can do everything on this page. Rental. So I think those like small, tiny details, it's not really a big difference of a page. It's not really that we did like really, really big things. We changed some minor things like the hero image, the type of images, stuff like that. A light box is also not like inventing a rocket to go to the moon. It's pretty basic in web design to have a light box. But all of those tiny things together, like the form on one on the same page, all of those tiny things together resulted in this major improvements that you see here. And also like going from 5 to 40 conversions, going from 8 to 42 conversions. That's significant, really significant. So yeah, there's not much more to say about this CRO. Yeah, what I think is, like, if you're like a small entrepreneur, I think it's even more important than if you have like really big budgets. Because if you have a really big budget, yeah, it's a shame that the budget is not well spent. But it's not that your company will stop. Like if you're doing like I don't know, 20,000 euro a day campaigns, and 5,000 of it is not that well spent, your company won't go. You won't go broke. You won't go bankrupt. But if you're like a really small entrepreneur having only I don't know, 5,000 euros a month, of which you spend maybe 500 euro a month or 600 euro a month, 1,000 euro a month on advertising, and it doesn't pan out the way you want it to, it's a fifth of your total income. So I think CRO, like looking at your numbers, looking how your advertising budget or your marketing budget in general is spent and what it's doing for you and improving it is really important and something that small and medium businesses don't do enough. So that was my presentation for the day. So we can wrap it up, kids.